Greetings, traveler. My name is Ian Haas, and I would like to welcome you to another episode of Amen Haas. Yeah, this will be the last episode of mine before I go home for the summer. I'll be taking a bit of a hiatus to reflect on prayer, focus on other parts of my life. I mean, mostly just because, I just want to take a break. I mean, it's been fun doing these, but I think I need some time to recoup and think about where this channel's gonna go first. So, I'll be gone for the summer. I'll come back in like late August. I think is when I'm going back for my final year of college. Yeah, after that I'm gonna be graduating, so then I can live my life as an adult. I mean, I'm already an adult, but I guess I'm, like a college graduate. I'm gonna get a job. Hopefully, we'll see if I can. But yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd pick something nice for this last tier episode, and, what am I gonna be talking about? Well, I'm just gonna be, talking more about, like, Christian media, and where we need to go from here. Because, like, here's the thing. Christian media, when I'm talking about this, I'm, like, entertainment, music, a lot of stuff. Especially like Christian entertainment, I think we should focus on here. It's a little too watered down, and especially in terms of like what they'll let you show in Christian media, right? They have this idea that it's all supposed to all be kid friendly. There's no violence, gore, sex, swearing, or anything like that. But I think that's not really. I don't really agree with that. I mean, obviously, we should glorify any of it. Like, the media shouldn't do that, even though they do, and it's wrong, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't show it. When Christians are talking about, like, sin, they should be willing to show it, even though it's dirty, even though it's maybe not kid-friendly. I mean, fine. Let the kids watch the neutered down stuff and wait till they're ready to understand the full complexity of more serious types of sins, Like, even among, like, secular filmmakers, it's a written rule that, it's an unwritten rule, basically. It's a norm that you don't want to glorify a lot of these things, but it doesn't mean you don't show them. We see things like murder, rape, and other horrible things all the time on TV. But they don't do it to glorify it. They do it to show you what it looks like, and how bad it is. And Christians should do the same for sin. We need to see what it looks like, so we can know what it is and why it's bad, so we don't do it. If all we do is just hear about it, but don't get to really understand it, it's a lot harder for people to not want to do sin if they don't realize what it entails. They're more likely to just, not take it as seriously, and then one day, on one very bad day, they're gonna be spiraling down, and eventually they're gonna do something really bad, and by then it'll be too late, I think, we should have more mature content for, like, Christian media. I think we should, see what sin can do to you. We should see the bad things going on in this world. We should pretend like everything's, like a Disney movie or anything. Because it's not. And I don't like it. And as I love Disney movies as much as the next guy, but, I like a little bit of realism in my Christian media. That's why I love The Chosen so much. You get to see violence and other adult content every now and then. Like, they'll even put up, like, little PSAs before, like, little title cards. They're like, hey, this is gonna cover some serious stuff. Watch it with the parents, like, if they're talking to the kids. But honestly, I don't think... This is not really even meant for kids. It's an adult thing. And that's why I love it, They're more real about it. They're showing the bad parts of the world, the bad parts that we need to know about, so we know how to combat those bad parts in the name of God. We shouldn't shelter people. We shouldn't shelter them from the truth. Kids, that's a different story, right? Like, there are just some things you really can't talk to them about. You really can't just show kids. You can't show them, you can't show them sexual stuff. You shouldn't say cuss words around them. That's a different area. I'm okay with sheltering kids, but eventually once they grow up, they are going to have to know about some of this stuff. And, it seems like even for, like, the adult stuff, like adult Christian media, it's not much better. It's still the, oh, we can't talk about this bad stuff because it's unclean. Well, yeah, obviously it's unclean, but that doesn't mean we're glorifying it and that we're saying it's bad. Like, I mean, that's why I'm fine with watching R-rated movies and all that bad stuff, because usually that bad stuff is ever glorified. The filmmaker's not saying, hey, see this person getting killed or raped or being mugged or something? That's good. Like, they're not saying that. They're saying it's bad. So you feel bad for the victim and hate the person who did it. That's what they're trying to do. Alright? So I don't think people should make a fuss over it. I will say this, though, about swearing. Just don't do it. Like, unless you want to make a point that it's bad, don't do it. You'll find I've never swore on any of these episodes, and I never will. I don't really even swear that much in real life, because it's unclean, you know? You should stain your lips with that sort of thing, right? You should just, like, I remember my dad said swearing only shows weakness and low intelligence. Emotional weakness, because you get mad easily, so you easily say bad words, and low intelligence, because you can't think of anything better to say. That's why I don't do it, I don't make a big deal out of other people who swear, but it's better you just don't, Think of better insults to use, or don't even insult people. How about you just be nice to people for once, okay? That would be even better. But yeah, it's a problem I just see a lot in Christian media. They also have to be so watered down, so neutered. I'd probably get backlash just for bringing up some of the things I've talked about, I mean, but I think we need to talk about these things. We need to talk about all the horrors of the world. We shouldn't hide from these things, I'm not saying escapism isn't bad, but the world isn't great. At least not fully. There's a lot of bad stuff in this world. There's a lot of sin, a lot of vice, a lot of horrible things and horrible people. We can't pretend they don't exist, and that we Christians shouldn't let everybody know what exactly is going on, how to fight it. We shouldn't mince words. We should tell them what's going on. We should tell them what we need to do, how to really connect with God. We need to speak in a way in which everyone can understand, regardless of where you're from, or your background, or your experiences in life. You're still a child of God, and we need to make these people see that's the case. We gotta show them that whatever you're going through, no matter how bad it is, we get you, we understand you, and God cares about you, and He wants to help you. If you let Him in to your life, He can help you. And His followers, like us, we can help you. And you don't see that a lot, You don't see it because, people don't want to touch on some of the harder subjects that they may have to connect with some people who've really just gone down the drain, I guess, down the downward spiral. They just can't, they've done something bad, maybe they're in prison. Like, we give a lot of Bibles to people in prison, but, I don't know if, and I mean, I've never done that, so I don't know what they do there, but, if they're there, I would say they really got to connect with them. They got to understand why they did what they did, and how God can help them fix it, Because I just think there's a lot of Christian media outlets that aren't as in touch with a lot of people as they are. They don't talk about a lot of the issues that, a lot of young people have, or people outside of just, sheltered suburban life, They're just, they're a little too escapist, all right? And escapism is not what we should be doing for Christian media, all right? Like, we got a mission to go on, so we got to go all the way. So that's what I think. So that's what you should look for while I'm gone, right? Christian media that really goes the extra mile. It talks about everything. That really sticks to Jesus' word. And follows the rules I said, like how to be your own Christian YouTuber. Make sure they follow those rules. That's who you should be looking for. platform people like that, because that would be better to advance Christianity if we have people like that at the helm. It's why I'm doing this. Why I do want this channel to be successful, so I can help lead the charge. And it's kind of why I'm just gonna be taking time off during the summer to think about all that. But yeah. Anyway, I'll see you all in the fall. Thank you all so much for watching this video. This is Ian Haas.